Hi everyone, welcome to the class. In this session, we will discuss about language translator. It is very interesting. It is a very interesting concept. So please concentrate. So language translator. Language translator means what? Translating our source program into object program. Okay. Language translator perform the translation of high level language program or assembly language program into machine language. See, I will tell you one simple example for you. Okay. Here he is an American person. Let us take I am taking he is an American person. Okay, US person, United States of America person. Okay, American citizen. We can say American citizen. US citizen. US citizen. Okay, na? US person. Okay, he knows only which language? English. He knows only English language. Okay. Again, I am taking another person. He's Japanese person. He is a Japanese person. He knows only Japanese language. He knows only Japanese language. Okay. Japanese language. Now, US person wants to communicate with the Japanese person. Japan person. Again, Japan citizen person. US person wants to communicate. But while he is speaking, he cannot understand Japanese person. Japanese person. Okay now. Why? English language is different. Japanese language is different. So two different languages, right? So this language cannot understand by him. And also he cannot understand Japanese language. So what happens? Miscommunication. The communication gap it arises, right? So now what I am doing, I am taking one Indian person. He is an Indian person. He knows both English and Japanese. He knows both languages. Which languages? Japanese and English. So with the help of this person, I am US person is communicating with the Japanese person. That means he will tell some information to him. So what he will do? He will understand his language and he converts his language into Japanese. So finally Japanese this person will understand the language which is given by the US person. So now finally the communication will be established between this person and this person. With the help of whom? This person. So he is what? Mediator. He is a translator. We can say translator. Translator. So he works as a translator. The same like this in computer languages, translators are there. Okay now, what are they? Assembler, compilers and interpreters. So language translators, what it will do? Language translator, this assembler, compiler, interpreter, what it will do? Translation of high level language program. See, we have written some code, some piece of code we have written. In C++ we have written one piece of code. So what type of code? Let us take, I am taking hash include dash include iostream.h. Okay, now this is an instruction. So void main, I am taking void main, this is an instruction. Okay, so again void main, after I am pair of braces I am taking int a, I am taking pair of brace, I am closed it. Okay, so now this is what code. So what code? High level language program. This is high level language program. This is high level language program. High level language program. So this high level language program, so this is what? Source program. We can say source program. This source program or assembly language program, also some different programs are assembly language program. So this high level language program or assembly language program into machine language. So into machine language it will converts. So that means machine understandable language it will converts. Okay, now machine level language it converts. Machine language. Machine language it will converts. Okay, so next, this language translator even check for some types of errors that may be present in the program being translated. So this machine language program is again, it will be converted to, this is what object program. This is what object program. This is a machine level program. Okay, na is converting to the machine level language program. Why this high level language program should convert to machine level language program? Because this machine, our computer cannot understand this instructions. This will be understood by the machine language instructions only, it will understand. So high level language is written in source program, which is available in high level language syntax, that it will be converted to machine level language with the help of language translator. So this machine level language will be understood by this computer and will execute the instructions. Further, it will be decoded and again the machine level language will be converted into user understandable language further. Okay, right? Translating and giving into the to the user with the user understandable. Okay, now so that is the purpose of language translators. See, language translators, this is a diagram you can say. So in this, assembler is a translator for assembly language. So we have different languages, right? We have assembly language as well. Assembler is a translator for assembly language. Assembly language related task can be translated by the assembler. Assembly language requires translation of English-like statements to machine language. The system software assembler will check for the syntax and semantics of the code, translate into its equivalent machine code, also known as object code. This is what object code. Those the system software assembler will check for the syntax and semantics. I told you, right? Dash include the type of syntaxes and semantics will check and translate into its equivalent machine code known as object code. Okay, so the following some of the generally used assembler: TASM, turbo assemblers; MASM, Microsoft macro assemblers, as and Unix assemblers; FASM, flat assembler; NASM, net-wide assemblers, or many others. These are the different types of assemblers used. Okay, now so you can write this definition. So it's very easily understandable definition. Assembler is a system software which translates program into assembly language into machine language. Okay, now so assembly language program is converted into machine program with the help of what? Assembler. With the help of assembler. So this is one type of translator. So again I am taking compiler. So compiler is a language translator for translating high level language source code into machine code. So compiler is a language translator. This is one another type of translator, translating high level language source code into machine code known as object code. So there what? Assembly language as a source code. Here high level language as a source code into machine code. It is converted into machine code because machine code understood by the machine. Our computer can understand machine language only. It won't understand the source code. We require the machine code. For that it is translating the source code into machine code. So this known as what? Object code. This machine code known as object code. See, write this definition. Compiler. Compiler is a system software that translates source code written in a high level language into object code, which is a machine language. Okay, now this is a compiler definition. So they may ask you like, what is language translator? Explain the different types of language translators in detail. You have to write this explanation diagram. Okay, now. So and the final one is interpreter. Interpreter. So we can write this definition is enough. So interpreter is a language processor that translates an instructions of high level language program and immediately executes it before translating the next instructions of the source program. So one minor changes in this, if you observe in this, it translates high level language program and immediately executes it. Immediately it executes it. Okay, now. So when before translating the next instruction, suppose next instruction it is going to come. So before translating the next instruction, immediately the previous instruction will be executed, translated. So that is the importance of this interpreters. See, the earlier versions of COBOL Fortran used interpreters for translation. Now they have compilers for translation. Earlier it was translators, interpreters for this. Okay, now these applications, these versions, and it requires web application languages are mainly dependent on interpreters. Normally web application languages are dependent upon interpreters. For example, Java is interpreted language. It requires JVM, Java Virtual Machine we require. This is interpreter for running web applications. Okay, now. So this is what interpreter. So far we have discussed what? Compiler, assembler and interpreters. Compiler, assembler and interpreters. These are the three translators. Okay. Now moving on, we have some utilities, utility softwares. So utilities are those helpful programs that is assist the computer by performing useful functions like backing up disks, scanning, cleaning viruses and arranging information like that. Okay, now. So these are the utility softwares. So again I am repeating you, utilities are those helpful programs that assist the computer by performing useful functions like backing up disk. Suppose the disk I wanted to back up, backing up. So we require this utility softwares. And scanning and cleaning viruses, we have some antivirus softwares we require, right, in order to clean and scan the software. And also arranging information also we require some softwares. So with the help of utility software. So utility software is generally called as application oriented ready-made system programs. This is the most important one. Application oriented ready-made system programs. Some of the important utilities are text editor, backup utility, compression utility, disk refragmenter, antivirus softwares. You can write antivirus softwares and text editors also, utility software. Text editor, suppose notepad you are writing into that. This is like a backup, works as a backup. Okay, now antivirus software is cleaning and scanning of the viruses, right? So that is what utility softwares. So moving on, and linkers and loaders. So linker means what? Linker is a system software which links the modules or program segments together. Both combine. We are combining both what? So what modules and program segments together so that they can be executed properly with proper reference. We require some proper references. With that references it will be properly executed. Suppose I am taking one example. Let us take this example. This is what one module. Okay, now this is another module. This module and this module we are linking. Okay, now this is what linker. Okay, now from one module to another module we are linking with the help of linkers. Okay, now which links the modules. This is one module, this is another module. We are linking these two modules with the help of linker. And also program segments also we are linking. Program segment means what? So I am writing here one program segment. This is one program segment. Again I am writing another program segment. This program segment. This program segment and this program segment I am linking. So with the help of what? Linker. Okay, now. So further it will be executed so that they can be executed properly with proper reference also it will be executed. Okay. So you can write this one. The output of the linker is a single program. Normally it is a single program. Connecting these two modules as a single program. This program segment, this program's linking is considered as one single program, which includes all the modules and the entire library required for execution. Because entire library it requires and modules also require. So the linker is thus responsible for generating the executable code of a program. So that is the responsibility of this linker. Okay. So what are the linkers? We finished it. Loader. Let us concentrate on loader. So what do you mean by loader? So loader is a system software. It is also same system software which accepts the object program produced by the compiler and assembler and prepares this program for execution. Okay. So loader is a system software which accepts the object program. Object program means machine understandable program it accepts. Okay, now produces by the compiler. So whom it will be produced with this object program? Compiler will produce. Earlier we discussed it, right? So compiler is a translator. Compiler translates into object program. This is machine understandable program. So who produces? Compiler produces. So loader what it will do? Which accepts what it accepts? Object program it accepts. Whom? Loader will accept the object program. So this object program is produced by whom? Compiler it will be produced. Or assembler it will produce and prepares these programs for execution. So once after accepting this object program by the loader, it prepares for the execution. This loader will be prepares for the execution because user wants to display the content on the screen. So we require loaders. Correct? Suppose I am taking here. This is what source program. This is what object code. So with the help of loader, user understandable language it will be converted and it will displaying on the screen. Okay now. So the loader is a system software which accepts the object program and produced by the compiler or assembler and prepares this program for execution. This is loaders and linkers. Okay, it's most important. Please practice this too. So another we are moving into one of the important question asked in many question papers. So please concentrate. This functions of operating system. So they may ask you the question like this: explain the functions of operating system or OS. You can say OS. Explain the functions of operating system. So operating system is large and complex software consisting of several components. Multiple components it has. Each component of the operating system has its own set of defined inputs and outputs. Okay, different components of operating system perform specific tasks, particular tasks to provide overall functionality of the operating system. Suppose I am doing here, I am drawing like this. This is functionality, one of the functionality. Okay, one of the functionality. So the main functions of the operating system as follows. So what are the main functions? Memory management is the most important function used in operating system. Memory management. Suppose I wanted to store this data. We require memory, right? Memory management we require. Without doing memory, without having memory management, it's very difficult to manage the content in the computer. So the activities of the memory management handled by the operating system are allocation of memory. That means where this data will be stored and how it will be moved from one place to another place. And free memory, that means once if you erase the data, whether it will be erasing or not. Okay, it allows us to free memory, that means erasing of a data it will be erasing, and once after erasing the memory will be allotted, empty memory will be allotted. That memory will be reallocated to some other program. Reallocation of the memory of a program when used blocks is freed. And keep track of memory usage also. Remember how much of memory it is consuming, that also keep tracking by this memory management. Okay, and also process management. The process management activities handled by the operating system are control access to shared resources like file, memory, input, outputs and CPU. So control access to shared resources. We are giving controlling access to whom? File and memory input and central processing units. and also control execution of applications. So this is process management, processing of the managements. Okay, now control execution of applications execution also it will be controlled. Create, execute and delete processes, that also it will be taken care. Cancel and resume process. Cancel means, so once the process started, we can able to cancel, and also we can able to continue also. That is a cancel and resume process also possible. And schedule process also possible. Scheduling the process, suppose particular time I wanted to execute a process, so we can able to do it, the schedule process. Synchronization and communication from one process to another process, that it will be very easy. And deadlock handling for processes. Deadlock handling means what? So particular event, if it is failed, that will be handled by this operating system with the help of deadlock handling feature. So process is defined as a program in execution generally. You can write this sentence, must and should. Okay. And also we have a device management. The device management task handled by the operating system. So what are the device managements? Open, close and write device drivers, and communicate and control, monitor the device drivers. So open, close and write device drivers. Device drivers means what? Particular keyboard requires some device drivers. Opening and closing, that type of device management will be taken care by the operating system. And communication and control and monitor the device drivers. So whether it will be working or not, communicating with monitor or not, and controlling and displaying the contents or not, that it will be with the help of device driver, it will be managing. Okay, now. And file management is the most important task, is used in functions of operating system. So create and delete both files and directories, it is possible. Provide access to files also possible, we can able to access the files, right? Allocate space for files. Suppose once after erasing the data, it will be, we can able to empty data. That means one file does not contain any data, that is what we can allocating a space for that files. And keep backup files and secure files, and so we can keep passwords to secure those files. And protection and security means what? Protecting our content from other unauthorized persons. OS protects the resources of the system. Suppose you can keep your passwords, other persons cannot able to view your data. Uses authentication file attributes like read, write, encryption and backup of data are used by operating system to provide basic protection. Okay, so this is protection and security. So you can write any 5 explanation is enough. I'm explaining you this user interface as well. User interface or command interpreter. Operating system provides an interface between a computer user and the computer hardware. Computer hardware and computer user, both, it works like an interface. I am a user, so keyboard is an inside of CPU is a hardware. So CPU processing with the help of operating system only it will be doing. Okay, like interface, it is works like an operating system as an interface between whom and whom, computer user and the computer hardware. Okay, you can write this explanation is enough. These are functions of operating system. This is the most important question. Please practice this question and answer. Okay, thank you everyone.